Thank you. No, you can only vote for the people in the... Thaddeus. Anyways, we've got Kaiser here. Congrats.
Thank you, thank you.
In the mic.
That's
good. It's always nice. You don't have to, you know, you're your own boss, but then people can hear you. You were just saying how you're really happy that you got specifically the win versus SK.
Yeah, we kind of had a lot of trouble against SK in the winter season because like we lost the best of 3, right? And they, I think, kind of stomped us in the best of 1 as well. So it feels kind of nice to have like the assurance that we got better. And yeah.
So what was different?
Well, I mean...
Upset?
I mean, in a way, maybe, but I think we all played just way better together right now. Like, I feel like, for example, Photon got a solo kill as well, right? We played better around objectives, even though I don't think it was that clean, you know? I think we had some hectic calls as well, I would say. Like, I think the comps were a bit too hectic, I would say. But in general, I think like our laning phases were better and like how we played around vision and stuff like this was also better.
Yeah, it looked like you guys had kind of the game in your control. I mean, it sucks when the game goes to an elder flip, right? When you're winning, it feels like, man, you don't want to lose that way. Marcoon apparently smited perks in that fight, so it was a nice secure there by Bo. But yeah, obviously it feels good to win after that, and you guys were in control of the entire game, so I think it's justified.
It is. Let's take a look at a couple of moments from the game. I want to look at the level 1 into the dives of the early game and talk to me through first this one.
I mean, so we kind of want to go bot lane because it's a range matchup, and range matchup really wants to control second bush because we want to get pushed into Zeri Lulu, right? I mean, they did a good job because they kind of expected that, right? But we knew that we were strong at level 1, so we kind of just wanted to fight, and even though it was a 1-for-1, I think it was okay. Like, I got my mandate really fast because of that kill. Like, we actually said it in comments, it's actually good for us that Nami gets a kill over Zeri because mandate is so important, right? And yeah, I think we kind of sobered well from that, and yeah, it was a good game.
Yeah, I said that as well on the backstage. I think you guys are really happy with this, getting both sums from Zeri, and you getting a faster mandate basically just makes Lucian stronger, so it was kind of a win-win, even though it looked like Zeri was stronger, but she doesn't really come online until later anyway, so I agree with you that it was a good level 1 for you guys and ended up in your favor.
Yeah. Everyone agreed. It was good. And obviously you won. But as you said sometimes maybe not too happy with the... Do you mean the calling specifically in the team fights around the objectives, or the setting up for the team fights, or for the objectives rather?
I mean, at some point it was pretty hard for us to like make a decision because we knew that we didn't want both Elder and Baron on the map because then they could maybe like look for a trade, or it gets harder for us, right? So you kind of wanted to rush Nash, but I think on blue side it's very hard because they're the Wukong, right? And it's really hard to stop a Wukong from stealing Nash because he can have so many angles from where he can W over the wall, right? Or it's really hard to deny vision from them as well. Sometimes I think we played a bit too aggressive. I think we had a kill in their topside jungle and then Photon went a bit too deep, you know? I think we could have played it a bit cleaner, but in general, yeah, I think also our calls in comms were... They were a bit hectic, right? Because we were like a bit panicky, I guess, because we wanted to make the decisions fast. I think we have to clean that up for sure for the next couple of games, but I think how we played was good as well.
Oh yeah, let's take a look at the Drake fight as well. It was the first Elder, by the way, in Spring. It's crazy. And as Treat says, you don't want to let it come to this. And we should see if we see where Marcoon goes wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I think also here you guys were probably called to end when Marcoon got stunned over the wall, I would assume. But then he still had a chance to get in. But obviously he just missed his smite and didn't have it, and Bo just got it. So pretty good for you guys. How did you?
Wait,
how confident?
First was to the right? How did this happen?
This was a messy one for sure.
It was a messy one for sure. Yeah.
I mean, did you guys feel confident going into this fight, or were you just like, we just have to get this Elder ASAP kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, Bo is always really confident in his 50 smites, that's for sure. So
that's good.
We were kind of confident about that. In general, I think our comp was also like pretty decent. Like we would know that they would have to get really chunked before they even approach the Elder, right? Even though they have like a lot of champions that can jump through walls, right? Like for example, Ahri, Na, Zeri. Only Lulu can't really jump, right? We kind of have like this Casio W, the Nami ult, to kind of zone them and force them into a bad position, I would say. So I think, like sure, the Elder kind of sealed the deal, right? But maybe we could have won if we didn't win the flip.
Yeah.
You're right about the confidence. I wanted to show you a graphic that we ran before this, which is forward percentage, so the amount of times that you in lane spend across the halfway mark. So basically how aggressive you are in lane. Look at this. the difference of how much forward percentage in bot lane versus SK. Is this something you're aware of? I mean, obviously it's the way you play, but if you see it in numbers, the difference is so high.
I mean, we were memeing about it a bit because I think this is very skewed from like draft. Like for example, if you're playing Zeri Ashe into Zara Khan, maybe you should be pushing early game, right? Or I think we played one game of Caitlyn Caitlyn Heimerdinger, sorry.
Yep.
And I think then you should really have the forward percentage that matches those picks. And of course we are playing well, right? I think we probably have more than we should have because I think, for example, in the Zara Khan game, we kind of won lane even though we shouldn't, right? And in general, I think stats don't lie, but they also like don't tell the whole story, I would say. So we're playing well, but of course the picks matter.
The truth, the stats, and then the... Wait, I said that wrong. Never mind. Go ahead.
I mean, I think in general as well, I think the impressive thing for me is that every lane has like that, because if you can excuse it for example, bot lane, right? Saying you're playing Caitlyn Heimerdinger, but if every lane has the same impressive stat, it's kind of like you guys are just playing forward a lot in the game.
That's true.
And if you're winning, you keep playing more forward and you win faster. So I think that was what really stood out for me in that stat.
Indeed. Tomorrow, match of the week, Vitality G2. Oof, we're excited. Are you excited?
I mean, of course, it's always exciting to play the best teams, and I think G2 has shown like time and time again that they're the best team in Europe, or like one of the best, right? And it's for sure exciting. I think we have a good chance, a good shot at them, because we are playing pretty good League of Legends right now, and of course they are as well. Like sometimes they are a bit experimental in drafts. It's going to be exciting what they pick, and I'm looking forward to it for sure.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a hype matchup, and especially now with upset, I think the bot lane is going to be a danger zone. I think both junglers are going to look there for sure, and I think whoever wins bot will win the game, to be honest. So, yeah, we'll have to see.
You have your work cut out for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Kaiser. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
4-0 for Vitality. Extremely impressive. We're going to take a quick break, and you're going to take a look at your opponents for tomorrow, because G2 is playing Koi for the last game of the day. See you soon.
Oh, wait, say something. Say something.
Yeah.
I can't hear.
I can't hear him as well.
I need to upset 10% higher.
I'm not speaking, bro.
Kaiser, okay, something?
Kaiser?
Hey! Okay, I will do like this.